Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished keynote speakers, respected researcher and esteemed guests. It is truly an honor for me to welcome all of you to the International Seminar on Resilient through Integrations, an interdisciplinary approach to sustainable energy, food security, and national defense, hosted by UPN Veteran Yogyakarta. Allow me first to express my highest respect and warmest greeting to our distinguished keynote speakers, Professor Pascualito Pegatan, Vice President for Campuses Polytechnic University of the Philippines, and Associate Professor Dr. Rosita, Rector University Teknologi Mara, Malaysia. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to present the keynote to explore theme of resilient through integration, with particular emphasis on sustainable energy, food security, and national defense. In an era of accelerating climate change, geopolitical volatility, and resource constraint, our societies are increasingly exposed to intersecting shock, energy supply disruption, food insecurity, environmental stress, and security threats. These are not independent domains. They co-involve, amplify risk, and demand integrated systemic responses. Resilience is no longer merely a goal, it is a necessity, but resilient and fragmented silos is an insufficient. Instead, we must strive for integrated resilience. A resilience that is built across sector, disciplines, and institutions. Today, I will argue that to address these interconnected challenges effectively, we need a transdisciplinary integrative approach combining the energy system, agriculture, food system, and the institutional capacity of national security and defense. I will also reflect on principles, strategies, and policy direction that higher education, government, military, and society more broadly must embrace. Part one, concept and interlinkages. Let us first clarify key terms. Resilient is the capacity of a system, whether energy, ecological, socio-technical, and or national, to absorb shock, adapt and recover while maintaining core function and identity. Integration refers to coordinating across domains, energy, food, security, to harness synergies, avoid conflicting policies, and create systemic robustness. Nexus thinking is the idea that water, energy, and food, climate, and security are deeply interrelated. Decision in one domain ripple into others. When we view energy, food, and defense and isolation, policy can lead to unintended trade-off. For example, a push for biofuel can compete for land with food crops, threatening food security. Energy import dependence creates strategy vulnerability, and food scarcity can precipitate social unrest, undermining national stability. By contrast, an integrated resilient strategy seek co-benefit and trade-off management. We must also adopt an interdisciplinary mindset, combining engineering, agronomy, economics, policy, risk analysis, security studies, and governance. Part three, sustainable energy and resilience. Energy is the backbone of modern civilization, but also a potential point of failure. Challenges in energy resilience. Number one, supply shock. Geopolitical disruption of fossil fuel supply, sanction, disruption, and global trade. Number 2, grid vulnerabilities, natural disaster, cyber attack, and physical sabotage. Number 3, transition tension, integrating renewables while maintaining reliability and affordability. Number 4, slow burn stresses, climate impact on generation and infrastructure. Number 5, interdependency with other systems. Energy is essential for irrigation, cold storage, communication, and transport. Recent scholarship frames energy resilience in terms of food stock event and slow burn processes, and emphasize planning across these time scales. Strategic approach to resilient energy, decentralization and microgrids, localized generation, storage reduce depends on centralized grid and offer isolating capacity. Diverse energy mix redundancy, combining solar, wind, hydro, biomass, geothermal, and including backup dispatchable sources. Smart grid digitalization and control system, monitoring demand response, predictive maintenance, cyber security. Energy efficiency and demand side management, reducing loads, smoothing peaks, reducing vulnerabilities. Linking with food and agriculture system, for example, using agricultural residue for bioenergy, integrating waste to energy, powering irrigation and cold storage, or even powering defense infrastructure. Thus, energy resilience cannot be etc. afterthought. It must be woven into national resilience designs. Part 2, food security and resilience. Food and agriculture systems are central to human well-being, rural livelihood, and national stability. Key challenges: climate variability, extreme weather, drought, flooding, pests, soil degradation. Supply chain disruption, logistic, transport, storage, trade barriers. Market volatility and price shock, land using resources scarcity, and governance weaknesses, institutional gap, and inequalities and access. Food insecurity is not just a humanitarian issue, it has security implications. Instability, migration, resources conflict, civil unrest often root themselves in food crisis. The Feeding Resilient initiative underscore that food security is an element of national security, and that food climate security agendas must be integrated. Strategic measure for resilient food system, agricultural practices, climate smart agriculture, drought tolerant crops, conservation, tillage, precision farming, agroforestry. Diversification, multiple crop integrated system, alternative food sources to reduce dependence on a few staples. Value chain resilient, better storage, cold chain, logistic, digital tracking, decentralized processing, and then early warning, forecasting, and modeling, integrate weather climate model, yield prediction, satellite monitoring, big data, AI to anticipate shock. Institutional coordination, bridging agriculture, trade, environment, defense, and social protection agencies. Social safety net and adaptive capacity. Insurance, buffer stock, support for vulnerable farmer financial instrument. Thus, food resilience is not simply boosting production, it is about systemic flexibility, redundancy, and absorptive capacity. Part 4, national defense and resilience. In the traditional sense, national defense focuses on protecting sovereignty and addressing external threats. However, when viewed through the lens of resilience, the concept expands beyond military preparedness. encompassing the strengthening of national character, civic responsibility, and social integrity. At UPN Veteran Yogyakarta, bela negara is not interpreted in a militaristic sense, but rather as an academic and moral commitment to developing students who are not only excellent in their field of study, but also present integrity, discipline, empathy, and a deep love for their nation. In revision on education philosophy, that nurture intellectual patriotism, shaping graduates who contribute to national development through innovation, ethical leadership, and service to society. Through this perspective, defense and resilience become a shared civic responsibility, value upon strong academic foundation, values of collaboration and sustainable development. As a part of its institutional vision, UPN Veteran Yogyakarta positioned it as a campus of energy and food security. Recognizing that national strength depends not only on territorial defense, but also on the stability of strategic resources such as energy and food. Energy sustainability ensures economic and environmental stability, while food security safeguards social harmony, which are essential elements of national resilience. From a rector perspective, university play a vital role in shaping defense resilience through education, research, and community services. By integrating the value of bela negara into curricula, research, and innovation, UPN Veteran Yogyakarta contribute to building a generation of scholars and professionals who are intellectually strong, morally grounded, nationally devoted to advising Indonesia resilient in energy, food, and human character. Part 4, integrated strategies and policy implication. Give these three strategic domains: energy, food, and national defense. The key challenges lies in integrating them into the coherent and effective resilient framework. Such integration requires not only policy alignment, but also a shared national ethos, one note in education, civic awareness, and the bela negara spirit of collective responsibility. Here are several guiding principles and enabling strategies. Number 1, system thinking and cross-sector mapping. Understand the interconnection amongst energy, food, and security system through modeling, scenario analysis, and network mapping. Universities can contribute by conducting interdisciplinary research that highlights these interdependencies. Number 2, institutional coordination and governance. Promote coordination between ministry, research, institution, local government, and universities. Create resilient council or nexus platform that integrate science, policy, and civic engagement. Number 3, adaptive and flexible policies. Put policies that are robust under uncertainty, able to evolve with changing environmental, technological, and social dynamics. Number 4, redundancy, modularity, and decentralization. Encourage local resilient capacities, community-based infrastructure, and distributed system to prevent single point of failure in food, energy, or public service system. Number 5, data, digital, and early warning mechanism. Develop integrated data system combining energy, agriculture, climate, and socioeconomic indicators. Utilize AI, IoT, and satellite monitoring for proactive resilient management. Number 6, public-private partnership and multi-stakeholder engagement. Resilient is a shared mission. Government, industry, university, and local communities must co-create solution and go on the responsibility for resilience. Number 7, capacity building and education. Universities, especially UPN Veteran Yogyakarta, have a vital role in shaping future leaders who embody bela negara values, intellectual excellence, ethically grounded, and social responsible. Education for resilience means cultivating not just technical expertise,
but also character, integrity, and deep commitment to national development. Number 8, financial innovation and incentive. Encourage investment and resilience through mechanisms like resilient bonds, sustainability linked financing, and public-private co-funding for renewable energy, sustainability agriculture, and social innovation. Through these integrated strategies, resilience becomes not only a policy framework, but also a national learning process, connecting knowledge, ethics, and patriotism, or central to UPN Veteran Yogyakarta educational mission. Basic illustrative case example. Number 1, dual-use energy microgrids and several countries' hybrid energy system initially designed for defense installation are now serving both military and civilization purpose. This microgrid enhance local energy security and provide community benefit during crisis. A model assign synergy between resilience and civic welfare. Number 2, National Energy Resilience Framework. A recent international study proposed comprehensive framework for assessing national energy resilience, incorporating rapid shock and long-term stressor. Such framework highlight an importance of integrating technological innovation with social readiness and education. Number 3, Feeding Resilience Initiative. Program link food with national stability, such as USAID of Feeding Resilience, emphasize that hunger and scarcity are not only humanitarian issues but also strategic vulnerability. In the Indonesian context, strengthening food system align with the mission of UPN Veteran Yogyakarta as a campus of energy and food security, contributing to national resilience through sustainable agriculture, research, and community empowerment. Number 4, academic peace civic resilience. The concept of bela negara is practical at UPN Veteran Yogyakarta represent an educational model for national resilience, empowering studies to become patriotic scholars, innovators, and community leaders. This academic approach demonstrates the defense resilience is not solely about physical protection, but also about intellectual strength, moral integrity, and sustainable national progress. Conclusion and call to action. Ladies and gentlemen, we stand at a crossroads. The risks are no longer distant, they are here. Climate extreme, geological turbulence, supply shock, resources constraint. But we also hold opportunity by weaving together energy, food, and defense resilience into an integrated architecture. We can build societies that not only survive shock, but thrive over time. As an university director, I argue as to pioneer transdisciplinary research center or resilient nexus. Educate future leaders who think across a silos border. Engage with government, military industry to co-create resilient strategies. And advocate for institutional reform that break fragmentation. Let us commit from campuses across the globe to capital and defense halls to share resilient agenda. The security of our nation, the well-being of our population, and the continuity of civilization depend on it. Thank you, and I look forward to your reflection and conversation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.